Hare Krishna. This is my first video for you people to give you benefit of learning French language. And before we talk about French language, let us come to know what is the definition of a language. What is the meaning of a language? So the definition of a language is a mode of communication. But the most important thing about language is what? It has got its own script. But the point is that we don't know what is script. What do we mean by script? Okay. Script is the written form of any language. I mean, whatever we speak, if we want to write it down, if you want to convey that message to someone who is far away, so we will write a letter or something, email. So all those symbols which are used to express our communication, our thoughts, our ideas to some other person, all those symbols are together called as script. So language is a mode of communication, but the most important thing about language is what? It has got its own script. And there are so many languages in this world. So we do have so many scripts as well. Some of them I can mention right now. For example, Devanagari script, Roman script, Arabic script, Hiragana, Katakana, Kanji, Gurmukhi, and many more. Devanagari script is A, I, E, E, K, K, G, G. What is this? This is a script. And the name of this script is Devanagari script. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. What is this? This is the script, another script. What is the name of this script? Roman script. Alif, B, P, T. What is this? This is again a script, the name of which is Arabic script. I, E, U, A, O, Ka, Ki, Ku, Ke, Ko. This is what? This is also a script, the name of which is Hiragana, Katakana, like that. So you have come to know that different languages have got different scripts. And here I want to tell you one thing more. What is that? There is a term, we call it as dialect. Dialect is also a mode of communication, and language is a mode of communication. So if both are mode of communication, then what is the difference? The difference is language has got its own script, so you can write it down as well. Whereas dialect, it is just a mode of communication. You cannot write it down. You can just speak it. Why can't you write it down? Because it doesn't have its own script. And therefore we call it as a dialect. Dialect in Hindi it means boli. Boli means जिसको आप बोल सकते हैं खाली, लिख नहीं सकते. For example, हरियाणवी, भोजपुरी, राजस्थानी, etc. Maithili, Awadhi. They are not languages. They are the dialects. And in our country there are 23 official languages, and the dialects, there are more than 1800. So you can just imagine how rich our culture is actually, which actually make us feel proud of. Well, so as I told you that we'll go with the very first lesson of a language, French language. And before that I told you what is a language. Now, one important point before we proceed ahead with, I want to tell you, is that generally there is one script for one language. But sometimes this one script can be used for more than one language. For example, Devanagari script, A, I, E, E, K, K, G, G. So this one script is used in many languages. For example, Hindi, Sanskrit, Nepalese, Marathi, and a few more North Indian regional languages. Like if one wants to learn Hindi, so he has to learn first Devanagari script. If there is another gentleman who wants to learn Sanskrit, Even then he has to learn Devanagari script first of all. Or Nepalese, again there we use Devanagari script. Marathi, Devanagari script. So you have noticed that one script, I mean Devanagari script, works as a common script for all these languages. So similarly, Roman script works as a common script for almost all the European languages. And mind it, I didn't say for all the languages. I said for almost all the European languages. Means 99% European languages have got the common script. We call it as Roman script. And that's a very good news to us. Why? Because we are already familiarized with this script. We need not put up extra efforts to learn it. We have already learnt it. So that's a very good news. But at the same time, this good news turns out to be a bad news. Now you are surprised. How a good news can be a bad news at the same time? Well, I'll tell you. It is bad news in a way like we don't pronounce the Roman script the way you are habitual of. So we will read the same script now in French style. So what will happen? The moment you are exposed to this script, already installed software gets on, it starts working in its own way, and which will, rather than helping you, create a hindrance on the way of learning French language. But if you are determined, if you are highly convicted, you can overcome this hassle. So let us go ahead with the French alphabets, and by now you have come to know the alphabets are same, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, but the pronunciation style will be French. What is that? Let us go ahead with. This is called as l'alphabet. L'alphabet. So this is A, B, C, but they call it as A, B, C, D will be they, E will be A, F is F, A, B, C, D, E, F, and G. G is Z in French. H is Osh. I is E. So G, H, I in English, and in French J, Osh, E. And then J. So something which is Z in English, but in French you will read it as Z. This is K. L is L only, even in French. L, M, N and O, they are same. M is M only. N is N only. O is O, but P is pronounced as P. Q is like Q, Q. R, its original sound is air, like egg, anda. But non-French people, they aren't make it, air. So air is also correct. So R, you can pronounce it as air, that's the original sound, air, as if you're gargling, air. Or if not, then you can do it as L. S is S only. T is T. U will be U. This is Halant. Halant makes the sound half. Had it not been there, we would pronounce it as EU, but it is not EU, it is U. So, because of this Halant, this E has become half, its sound has cut to half, U. And then this is way. This is way, but this half voice there, it is, emphasizing its sound. So it is not way, it is way. So S-A-U, way. And then in English this is W, but here it is double way. Double way. And then X. So this is X. 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 And then Y. 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 And then Z. This the has got Halant, so it is making it sound half. So it is Z. So finally it is A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, Z, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y and Z. So you can do this practice today, and in my next video I will just take you ahead with the next thing, new things in French. And if you have really liked it, so you can like it, or you can subscribe it. Thank you very much.